Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode on the Much Gooders channel. What you see behind me here is the makings of a hoarder. And I'm quickly running out of room. We need to do something about this. So all of this basically takes up the entire section of the barn. It is about 10 foot wide here by about 48 feet deep, and as you can see, there's just stuff everywhere, and every time I need something, I got to move something to get it. Just like I need my saw, and I got to move power wheels, dirt bikes, tires, and relocate that somewhere else just to get that. So what all do we have back here? We have engines, we have pocket bikes, we have spoiled children's toys. We've got dirt bikes. We've got old tires off of the truck because we just got new rims and tires on it. We've got go-karts, saw stands. We have unfinished house projects of stuff that I bought, and my ADHD self did one, and there sits the rest. We got stuff for the boat. We got shelving with cleaners. We've got bicycles. We've got kids' ATVs. We've got homemade, that's a homemade rocket, by the way. We've got Halloween decorations. We've got more shelving. We've got mower. We've got four-wheelers. We've got a grill over there. We've got shelving over there. We've got other people's four-wheelers. We've got trash. And we got prior attempts at trying to organize things to get it up off the floor. But we have got to figure out what to do with all of this. So unlike my waistline that is going out, we're going to go up. I went out and purchased some sheets of plywood. That's 1/2 inch 4x8 plywood. And I got a couple of 2x6s, some 10-footers and an 8-footer. Along with a bunch of spare wood that I have right there from previous video where we helped empty a building for a friend, and that's some of the wood we got from that. And I also have a whole rack of wood back here in the back of the barn. It's got some stuff on it that we'll be able to utilize as well. So what that's going to entail, we're going to build a 6-foot by 10-foot landing right here, and then another 4-foot section that'll go right here, and it will butt right up against this wall. And then we're going to take everything that's here and move it here, and everything that is there will slide down that way. So basically, four-wheeler and mower will be underneath the platform. I think that little four-wheeler will go underneath the 4-foot section on the end. And then most of everything else that is back here is going to go on top, and we're going to make each one, we're going to put an 8-foot 2x4 on the end of it, so that when we go up about 4 feet and across and put one shelf, if we want to go higher, we still have all that ceiling height. We can put another layer on it, and we can triple stack all of that stuff. We'll also have to relocate all of that product there. So this project that should take, well, to build the shelves, a couple of hours, will probably take me all week because of schedules and helping to take care of the wife and kids and work and everything else that goes on. And also because we have to take everything off these shelves, everything off the wall, everything off that shelf, move everything, slide it around, which means hopefully for the last time we're going to shuffle everything back behind the camera, get it out of the way, get the shelves built, put them right here, and then start stacking. Which means I need to get the saw table out and get it moved outside. But to do that, dirt bike tires, power wheels, little dirt bike, all that has to be moved, hopefully for the last time. Well, this won't be the last time. But I got to get it all out of the way, get that out, so I can cut the wood that's going to be for the shelves. Yeah, That sounds about right. Chilly outside today. So the first thing we got to do is find and measure our highest point, because we at least want the bottom of the 2x6 to be above that so we can get things underneath. Maybe it's the handlebars. Handlebars are at 45 inches. If we go 48 right here, we should be pretty good. My only real concern is sitting on that and getting it in and out with that. Maybe I'll turn around and go in forward. So I think the first thing we'll do, take our boards, measure 48 inches, mark our line, and take our speed square, and draw our line. We'll take one of our nice 10-footers here. Whoops. Line these up with our lines. Make sure we're square. Well, I already made a rookie mistake. I measured that to exactly 48 inches from the wrong end, and I forgot to account for the wheels that's going on that are 2.5 inches. So I'm going to redo everything I just did. Okay, got both of the 10-foot wide sections built, and now from this one out to this one is going to be 6 feet. So it's going to stick 6 feet off the wall, so I'm going to cut 2 6-foot 2x4s to go across here, and then attach that to each side and see how that works. Probably can't see it. Early to mid-November, already snowing. That almost ruined the day. See if I can make this happen without busting my ass. Nope. Okay, had to get tricky. Had to break out some clamps. Had to put on a brace board. Hopefully that'll allow us to put on the sideboard. Golly, that sucked. Okay, let's see if this side goes any smoother. Probably not. But we're about to find out. Whoa. Still wobbly, no bracing. But we're gonna get it. All right, now we can square some stuff up. Well, the basic structure is done. I still got to put more bracing in. I'll put bracing down here on each side on the bottom. And of course there'll be bracing going across the center. We'll put some cross beams in here to keep things from moving too much, but that's how it's going to be. And I'll probably put a couple of angle pieces in here just to hold it square. I got to figure out how to get the wheels on it. Well, I managed to get it flipped up on its side, on its back. Started putting the wheels on, which these are 2-inch metal swivel caster wheels. I think it holds 125 pounds each. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Woo. That makes me happy. Trying to take some bow out of these boards because it's wider in the middle than it is here. So I'm going to clamp that down with a strap and hope that works.
Bruh.
Oh.
Bruh.
Oh.
Yay!
I said it started to snow, and it just didn't stop. So it has been exactly a week, and just like I thought, I'm still not done. I did manage to finish getting all the structure built and all the bracing, at least for the first 10-foot section. I still have the entire 4-foot section to build. Got some paint slapped onto it, a couple thick coats of black paint. I got all of the decking cut and installed. And then I threw it over up against the wall just to check for fit, which in hindsight, I probably should have done that earlier just to make sure it all fit, but it does fit, so it's okay. Don't have to redo anything. And all of this just to store power wheels on top. Now begins the tedious part of taking all this stuff off the shelf and moving it, taking all this stuff down off the wall and finding new homes for it, taking all this and sliding it down. And then I can slide that back into place, which will go right up in this corner. I guess that's what my day looks like today. Well, first test fit, and it went very well. Still got a 4-foot section to put on here. But look at how clean and nice that corner looks. Of course, the rest of the barn looks like this, but we'll get all that taken care of. No worries. Making progress. That all goes in the attic. Most of that goes in the attic. Tires will go on shelves. Might get rid of that. Getting rid of sawhorses. Think I found a new place for that. Then we just have that whole corner to deal with. And I'm getting the frames built for the 4-foot shelf. Well, there you have it. We're done-ish, I guess. course, I had to have a little bit of help from the little man with some of his custom artwork on the shelves. Took apart an old shelf to make more room.
From a table to a pile of scrap wood.
Figured I could use the new sawhorses instead of using that old table. But this is what I like to call a poor man's DIY. Way cheaper than doing anything with metal racking, and probably wider and better. Let's take a little closer look at this, and I'll show you some of the things we did that should make this work a little bit better for the future. First, look at how much room we saved. Got the 10-foot section built, got the 4-foot section built, and this is one little thing we did. Got this little clip, so they will come apart. You can move one, locks them together. Got plenty of room for storage up underneath. Got all the stuff up on top. So I got rid of the old sawhorses, and I went out and bought some of these new Boro Workbench X's, and I hung them on this rail right here. So both of them are nice and out of the way. I got both the ladders that were on the wall hung up on the side of that, so easy access to those. And I got all my chains over there in the corner. Got some stuff hung back up on the wall. Got plenty of room for the grill. Little bike sits right here. Got all of these shelves moved from down here over to here. I still need to go through all that stuff and organize it. I'm going to go buy some more of those black and yellow totes and get rid of all of these milk crates. Just help clean it up a little bit and organize it. I still do have some lumber here, sitting here, that will go away. That goes up there. Little bikes, go-karts that I'm still looking at a place to hang. Some of this stuff, that will go away eventually. Kids will get tired of it. Got both the engines moved and the engine stand. This engine is going away, so anybody wants a early 2000s Chevy truck motor, I have one for sale. The dirt bike is going to go on its stand way up here for the winter. I think the only real downfall of this at the moment, well, I think there's two. One's lifting everything up there and getting it off, but it's just power wheels, it's not that heavy. Second one is, I cannot sit on the lawnmower and get it in or out of there. So I have to put it in neutral and pull it or push it out from there. But it's only once a week, so I'm not worried about it. Also, it allows me to bring the tractor in from outside and keep it under storage for winter and keep the sun from fading it, and it fits nicely right back here in the back corner. And you can see, even with the tractor in here, still got plenty of room. Normally, all this area and all this area and all of this area would be cluttered with all of that stuff. But now everything is accessible without having to move a bunch of stuff to get to it. So this whole side of the barn is now things that are not used very often, so I don't need to get over here a lot. Not a lot of tools or anything over here, but I don't have to move a bunch of stuff to get to a bunch of stuff. Still fine tuning to do, but way better than it was. And then everything that I do use regularly was relocated to this side. Tons of storage over here on this side. But I basically got all these cabinets for free from one source or another, so figured might as well use them. And it keeps everything close to the workbench where I do most of the work. So that's it. Let me know in the comments what you would have done different ideas, different organization ideas, because the whole barn is a work in progress that has taken place over many, many years, from lofts to installation to siding to shelving and storage, and I'm sure I'm not done yet. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.